Rage Baiting Feminists on Twitter by Pxrge. We're gonna look at this. I am incredibly curious. Who even does the rage baiting? Is Pxrge doing the rage baiting? I highly doubt he would. Anyways, we'll look at this. Also, please consider liking, subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Every little bit of support counts, and this is the best you could do. We'll go in. Here we go.
So today we're rage baiting feminists on Twitter. We're going to be trolling people that say they hate men. For some reason, there are still thousands of people every day on Twitter that hate on men. I don't understand why that's okay. For anyone saying that I hate women for making these videos, I've made videos trolling incels as well, by the way. I think it's stupid, but
Based. Though, always remember, rage baiting is a sin. Yes, we're all going to hell.
both ways. But it is funny to rage bait and troll people, so that's what we're doing today. Let his be a hate message to straight white men. I will destroy you. Sorry, I was born a white man and I happen to be straight. I got the default settings of Europe and now I am being punished for it on Twitter. This is what this person looks like, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. You also have to be careful. For a lot of, so if I were to say men are just as important, some would lose their shit. On Twitter, yeah, for sure. When Kitanero did a tweet about, how much she, finds men important, right? She was canceled for it. They tried to go after her. So, yeah, that does happen. Squoo-chan did the same, right? That happened there as well, right? I mean, Shu does it constantly, right? Then they go after her. Yeah, if you say that, then that can happen. That could happen, potentially.
Genuinely, that haircut is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Every white man out there, be scared. The 5'2" overweight lesbian is gonna get you. You take selfies like a middle-aged mother trying to hide her double chin on Facebook. The only thing you will be destroying is the scales. Also, who the fuck cut your hair, dog? You're destroying the ultra-processed food aisle in the supermarket. We know if we look at you from any other angle, that double chin is gonna be there, bro. We don't need the 50-year-old mother trying to be like, I hate men. I hate men. I like how you had to say that twice, just in case we missed it the first time. You had to do it again with the exclamation marks, just to show how much you hate them. By the way, I clicked on this person's profile and their bio says, writer, model, and business enthusiasts. Bookings and brand deals, and then they have their email there. You can really call yourself anything in your bio, guys, okay? It actually doesn't mean it's true. Except from my Instagram bio, for example. That one is true. You have your email there for people to
Handsome man and talented. Maybe.
To send you brand deals. You're tweeting I hate men tweets. Who is going to sponsor you? You might be wondering, okay, well, she might.
Nobody. I don't know. Maybe she's one of those that shits on men, but has men pay her while she drops her pics on her spicy site. Nose ring is a dead giveaway. Usually, yeah. Nose rings are a dead giveaway. Usually.
She might be doing well. She has 10.
Though sometimes I have a little faith in nose ring havers. Sometimes I just encounter a woman that has a nose ring. Right. And she's actually nice and cool and right? A normal functioning human being, which is interesting, right? Sometimes I just get hope. Also, writer, model, business enthusiast. Bookings, brand deals, obviously the email, Nigeria. Ironic, posting this from Nigeria. Considering how women are being treated there, it's kind of hilarious. Anyways.
Followers. Listen, we all start somewhere, okay? I don't know how making I hate men tweets is gonna help though. Writer, model, business enthusiast. But all you do is complain. Ain't no one seeing this tweet and emailing you a brand deal. By me replying to this person, I think they got so scared about all their potential brand deals going away that they deleted their original tweet. If you're going to say something, you might as well mean it, okay? Why delete your tweet? You might as well stand on business. Genuinely hate men who don't do what I want. You're useless. Go waste space somewhere else.
She has a website. Guaranteed. She has a website. 100% outliers exist. Yep, they do. They do. She has a website. That's guaranteed. Also, 22 views. Like, which men are you talking about? Nobody wants you. Nobody wants you. What the fuck? Crazy.
Yeah, guys, if you're not following what Goddess L wants exactly you to do, then you're a waste of space and you're awful. This is another one of her tweets, by the way. Send me your Cash App and let me request whatever I want. And she's trying to do a sexy video. Let me just tell you, there's no point me showing you the video. It's not something you want to see. Talking about other people wasting space, you do sure take up a lot of space. Kind of ironic. You're just mad because no one wants to send you money. Surely you should at least be attractive to get into this line of work. It's like expecting a kid in a wheelchair will win a fair race against Usain Bolt. Yeah, you know if
Yep, it's also like, listen, the amount of women I have discovered, right? Fun fact, if you didn't know this, there's a large portion of female content creators that when you look into their past, they have a failed OF. I want to see it. No, you can't. No, you can't. She's probably playing with something. No, you can. Lost generation based. Right? So like, right? For example, there was a VTuber who was a little controversial. Looks up background. Fat chonker and failed OF. So she went with VTubing and then became an actual grifter. It's hilarious. For once. Whatever happened to keeping our thoughts to ourselves? Impossible. That is impossible. That is sadly impossible.
you're gonna start an OnlyFans or something like that, at least have some fans. Plenty of people send me money. Stealing from blind people doesn't count. It's not very funny to steal from the disabled. Clearly.
Yeah, also, I feel like, Monopoly money doesn't count.
You're doing some dodgy work. You're scamming disabled people. That's not very nice, is it? I hate going outside and men there. What the fuck? We're not even allowed to go outside anymore, bro. Quickest way to piss me off is asking question. You know the answer to. Quickest way to make me happy is send me money. Send me money, okay? That's how a brain works, by the way. Did that sentence make any sense? Quickest way make me happy is money. I like money. If you know answer, don't ask me. If I stop smoking,
See, the also like the thing is, right, these women, right, they want, right, they hate men, but they want men to pay for them. Which is crazy. To those, a man is just a wallet. Nothing more. Nothing beyond that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate this crazy, what's the word? This focus on what you can gain from being with someone. I hate it.
I might cause harm. You might actually start writing proper sentences. That would be crazy. I couldn't imagine you having an above 5th grader spelling level. It would be insane. Why do you genuinely speak like a troglodyte? By the way, this person in their profile is promoting their songs, their music, which you can listen to on all platforms. If your tweets make...
This can't be good. This can't be good. Bro, that's me. I like when I get money. We need you to what's the word? But I don't think like you're that kind of person. You're not grateful if you get it, I'm assuming. Right?
no sense. How is your music gonna make any sense? I couldn't even imagine you writing lyrics. If being outside lowers my chance of listening to your music, I will be there. I don't know if there's anyone that even wants to listen to your music. Probably not. But if there was, hating on men is not gonna help you. That's just lowering, like, your chances of getting an audience. I think I officially hate men. This amazing tweet was made by Jaisha. If you blink one too many times, do you start to take flight? You basically have wings on you at all times, okay? Look, I'm going to be honest, this might be an accurate representation, right? You get something in your eye, you're like, oh my god, oh, I'm flying. I don't know if you...
The thing is, like, also a lot of these women. See, I don't like to use the term incels, but they are. But I feel like they would be marriage cells more so because while they can get men to sleep with them, no man wants to marry them. That's the thing, right? That's what they're. A lot of those are bitter, right? They project all their bad relationships onto all other men. That's not my fault. You picked a piece of shit, right? That's not my fault. That's not my fault. Pick better. Stop sleeping with a dude on the first date. How about that? That would be a first step. That would be a first step.
You can hate men because you probably can't see them properly. Every time you look at a man, it looks like he has a wig on. No, that's just your eyelashes. I hate when men are hot because I know that they are hot and will get away with shit because pretty privilege is real and they take advantage of it. Oh, stop it. Oh my god.
Oh no, people use their looks to get something. Wow. She discovered that yeah, spoiler alert, women do that too. Women do that too. Shocker. Wow. What these revelations is like, yes. Yeah, spoiler alert, hot people know that they're hot, right? Hot people know that they're hot. So they're gonna use that to their advantage. Why wouldn't you use that to your advantage? Why wouldn't you? This doesn't really make sense. Like, why wouldn't? Of course, right? I'm gonna definitely point at you if you do something that's immoral with what you've been given. But like, geez, it makes sense. That's sad. It is sad, right? It is sad because a lot of these people wouldn't be like that if they just made better choices and other people didn't fuck them over. All of these people are results of their environment.
I can't believe they made a tweet about me, guys. Oh my god. It's fine, you know, it's hard being super attractive like me. I know, I'm sorry, it's very difficult being so attractive and cool. I once got a free lollipop in a Turkish barber's because my haircut looked extra sharp that day. It's true, I've had the sharpest skin fade you'll ever see in your life when I was in primary school, okay? But for some reason, this person didn't like that tweet. They didn't think it was true. It was true, it was honest. I was being honest, okay? Clearly the tweet targeted me, and for some reason this person blocked me. I got blocked for being too attractive. Some of you will never know the struggle I go through every day. I just got blocked for being too attractive. Some of you get blocked for being too ugly. I get blocked for being too attractive. I hate men. I want them all dead. What the fuck? Genuinely psychopathic behavior. That's a crazy thing to say. This person's bio says this, by the way.
It's probably not one of the worst ones. It's probably not one of the worst ones. That's the crazy part, right? This is probably not even the worst one I've seen, right? There's like women out there who actively propose the idea of aborting boys, right? There's people who actively propose the idea of how do I say this? Vasectomies for all boys at a young age. But if you told them about the horrors, right? If you told right, but like they're fine with child mutilation if it is boys, but when you tell them about women and you would rage bait them with that, right? Then they would lose their shit. I find that so interesting. Yep, know that feeling. Yep.
One day I will also be a beautiful angel. I don't think you're gonna be a beautiful angel anytime soon. More like a devil. You want people to die. I mean, I don't know how angels act. I've never met an angel in my life. Except from that one time I looked in the mirror. My house has got to be haunted. I be seeing shit, feeling things touching me, smelling rotting meat. My machine just lit up and started
This is mental illness. Yeah, I wouldn't take somebody serious who's that mentally ill. That is mental illness. This bitch is seeing shit. This bitch is seeing shit. That's the crazy part. She's just seeing shit at this point. That is mental illness. She hears, she sees things lit up. She sees stuff beeping. She's being touched. Crazy work.
beeping when it's turned off and unplugged. That's not called a haunted house, that's called schizophrenia. Clearly you have a lot of it. You want people to die, you're seeing things, you're gonna become an angel. Yeah, all the dots are now connecting. Get yourself checked out, hopefully you'll be fine. I can't guarantee anything though, you might not be fine. Wishing other people harm will not make you feel better about how miserable your life is. Without men, you and everyone you know wouldn't exist. It's true, I don't know why people act like men are important in the world, even though you might not love every man ever. That's fine. Personally, I don't either. If I did, I mean, I guess I would have to be gay and meet every man in the world. I've never met every single person ever alive. Anyway, both men and women are both needed. I don't know why people act like they're not. It does make society carry on. We wouldn't be alive if there was no...
Yep. And like both men and women commit horrible stuff. Recently, a boy was stabbed by the ex-girlfriend of his father, right? And the only thing he wanted to is to meet up, because apparently they had such a close bond that the boy didn't want to lose her, and then she stabbed him. She lured the boy out to a lake and she stabbed him, and then tried to burn his remains. Remember when a woman put a child into an oven? Her kid, actually both kids. Yeah, women can be quite horrible as well. I think people forget that at times. Nation better stop giving money to all kids. People in the world now work that way, so it would seem.
Women, and we wouldn't be alive if there was no men. We need both to survive. So wishing one gender was dead is absolutely insane and psychotic. It's not cool. You're not cool on Twitter. You're just stupid. I hate men. Angry emoji. You can tell she's angry. She's using the angry emoji. If you use that emoji, that means you're really angry. By the way, I had to double take her username. Her username is called Tall and Beautiful. So I had to make sure if the evidence backed up the username. Maybe I have to look at another photo. Okay, yeah, someone's been lying. Please change your Twitter name. Lying is a sin. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I think everyone can agree watching this that is not an accurate username. Even if you were tall and beautiful, you clearly wouldn't be beautiful on the inside because you hate half of the world's population.
I hope the worst thing you can do is marry a woman so ugly. Oh, how do you say it? How do you say it? Imagine marrying a woman where like all she has is her looks. And she's so ugly, she's also ugly on the inside. Imagine that, right? Imagine that. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do that. Right. I want to marry a woman that's also that's beautiful and has a beautiful personality as well. I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, right, that nature, use any advantage. Of course, right? It makes sense. It makes sense to use your advantage. Of course, you shouldn't fuck over people, right? Makes sense. It's logical, right? Moral. You shouldn't use what you have to fuck over people actively. I don't think that we should be doing that.
Weather is so hot. I hate men. Oh, come on, bro. Come on. The weather. I can't control the weather. What the fuck did we do now? Maybe there's something I'm missing out. Maybe there's a gathering of men every day that decide the weather for that day. Because who is deciding the UK weather? We need to have a talk, bro. I ain't playing around anymore. Where's the sun? I'm warning you, bro. I love seeing hate towards whites and men on here. Sorry, guys. Okay, now, guys, before we make any assumptions, before we decide if this person is racist and is an awful human being, let's take a look at what they do, okay? So we can know them better. So we can understand where they're coming from. This is a picture of this person's nail art. This is their job. See, guys,
that's uncalled for. That's quite uncalled for. The thing is like this, right? Again, a lot of these people are results of their circumstances. A lot of those are people who project their trauma onto others, right? A lot of these people do that. And it's obviously horrible, right? Of course, some trauma it's difficult to heal outside of a relationship, right? Because I can tell you a lot of these that hate men, they just have bad relationships, right? Whether it's with right? That's why right, they have like they just use that. They just use their trauma and blame others for it, right? Instead of the person that actually hurt them, right? Some things cannot be healed, of course, right? If you have trust issues through great betrayal, of course, that can be quite difficult, right? You've been cheated on, then you need another person to help to fix that because you can only fix something like that in a relationship. For example, if you had an abusive partner, your next partner needs to be careful, right? It's always the thing, right? It's always the thing, right? It makes sense. Bad experiences or good experiences shape how you see the world. And some of the things, no matter how much therapy you get, there's always going to be something left over, right?
This is why we can't blame people for what they say, okay? Clearly her job involves dangerous chemicals and fumes that she breathes in and make her brain mush. Here's another picture of her nails. I mean, those actually look dangerous. I also don't know who wants the other ones. I mean, they are so long. How do you even wipe your own ass? I hate seeing photos of your awful nails. Honestly, I will say, those are probably one of the worst I've ever seen. You're top of my list, top of the list of the worst ones I've seen, but you're top of the list, so good job. Walking around like this, like you can't even grab anything, bro. There's no way. Unless you're using it like, you know, if you get something stuck under the sofa and you can't really reach it. I'm trying to get it. And then all of a sudden you remember you have extra bit of nail and that's how you grab it. I mean, that's the only time I could ever see it being useful. But this person wasn't happy with what I said, that they privated their whole Twitter account. Clearly.
Yeah, they were probably ratioed into the ground. It probably blew up, and then they just like goodbye, or they had a post that blew up, and they were just absolutely obliterated.
They decided they didn't want to make anyone else suffer by seeing their awful nail art, which I'm glad that they've decided to do. Thank you very much. I hate when men are funnier than me. You
Oddly enough, men are more funny. And that's honestly only due to one reason, right? Women can be hilarious, right? Women can be funny, women can make great jokes, right? Absolutely. But I think men are more funnier, right? Because they actually have to, right? Because it's kind of like a dating skill. You have to have a you have to be funny, you have to have a fun personality. You have to make people pay attention to you, and laughing is one of the best ways you could do. Now there's plenty of funny women, plenty with wonderful great like wonderful humor, right? Don't be sad, Ms. Apple. Don't be sad. You are funny. You are funny. You are funny. Don't worry. You are funny. I think you're funny. They don't need to get a handheld in life. Would be easier, I guess. But yeah, it's just that it's a it's a survival skill, so to speak.
must hate me so much, for real. Oh my god, another tweet directed at me. Ah! Guilty, guilty. You might as well at me next time. Life was so beautiful when all my friends were single and I didn't have to hate on men every month. You still don't have to do that. Just because your friends have found someone to love and you are still single and lonely and miserable, that doesn't mean you have to hate on men every single day of your life. Maybe that's
Shocking. I know. The thing is shocking. I know. The thing is, like, I get where that would be coming from, right? Because, like, listen, the thing is, like, you see everyone around you get into a relationship and it would make you miserable. Like, I get it. I get where it's coming from.
The reason why you're the single friend. Have you ever thought of that? I looked at some of this person's other tweets and this is what they be tweeting, by the way. Men are nice when they keep their mouth shut. Me. Except for that one British friend of mine. He is the only XY chromosome that I have been so far who never says anything bad unless they mess with their close ones. The moment they open their mouths, it's full of insults. Genuinely, are you 5 years old and you still believe that boys are disgusting and girls smell lovely or whatever? My hateful men! And then the graphs of it growing. What is wrong with this person? Looking at your tweets, your brain clearly can't function very well. You're not happy your friends are in relationships because you are incapable of being in one and are jealous they are able to enjoy themselves without you. You hate being sad and lonely, not men. You're just one.
Exactly. That's the thing. That is the thing, but that's given for both of them. Looks don't get you far, duck. If you're a miserable fuck, then you're a miserable fuck. True. I mean, looks can, right? I think looks make it easier, but there is like a ceiling where like you won't get much further. Because like you can have the looks all of the looks in the world. If you can't if you can build a relationship or a connection with somebody, if you lack the social skills, you can get away with it to a degree, but eventually your luck's gonna run out. That's why I'm like, I feel like a lot of people think. So I do think looks are important, right? Obviously, right? You need to be attracted to that person, but I also think that a lot of people focus on that because they care what other people say. If you get what peer pressure, right? If you get what I mean, right? They focus on what other people say. You might like this person, you might love this person, but like then other people are like being assholes about it. Anyways, you get what I'm saying.
One of them awful friends that are never happy for their friends' successes. You are annoyed because you can't find someone to be with. But with that mindset, you never will. I hate when men are in charge. Oh my god. You will not be happy when you find out who owns Twitter. For real, you might not want to look that up. And especially if you have a phone in your hand, most likely that company is owned by a man as well. So don't look that up either.
Well, goodbye. Well, she's cooked. Yeah, she went private. It's like people always post the dumbest shit ever. And right? And then they have to go private. Right? They have to go private. They can accelerate a few things, but then they come crashing down. It's just this fast if they have a shit personality. Guys, be attractive and stay grounded. I feel like you need to definitely have you need to, how do I put this? You can use your looks to the best of your advantage, right? But I don't think that we need to enter clavicular territory. I feel like looks can get you, the only thing that you can really get you is like quick access to sex, and that's it. That's like the ceiling, right? That I see. Looks can get you access to quick sex, but that's about it. Not my type of interest in relationships. I want something deeper.
I hate inconsistent men. My bad, I will try to upload more often. Again, another tweet directed towards me, guys. Life's been difficult, I will.
I mean, she isn't. I don't think this is a bad. I don't think this is a bad post, right? I don't think this is a man-hating, quote-unquote, man-hating post. Men who are inconsistent. That is, however, true, right? You wouldn't want your partner to be inconsistent, right? You wouldn't want them to be like, they give you all the attention in the world and then they stop for a while, right? Then they just like gradually becomes less, or like they switch up often, or right? You want them to be like, you want to receive their love consistently and not like in like pieces. Sometimes they do more, sometimes they do less, right? You want somebody to consistently show up for you. So I get that actually. That's that. I don't think that post is necessarily bad, right? It makes sense.
try, okay, guys? Talking about consistent as well, guys, I'm going to be streaming consistently on my Twitch and Kick and my Purge 2.0 channel, so make sure to check them out, please. I'm going to be doing
So yeah, it does make sense in my opinion, right? That's yeah.
some funny streams over there. I hate all men. Thank God Taeyoung is a princess. Of course, it's a K-pop stan. Oh my God, bro. I mean, I actually don't think I've ever gone on Twitter and made a video like this and a K-pop stan hasn't popped up. Bang Tang Holic since 2014. What?
Oh my God, a K-pop stan. God. Yeah, that's rather interesting, right? They hate men, but they're a K-pop stan. It's like, it's just interesting, right? You have these women simping for dudes, but they hate men. It's like, huh? That doesn't make much sense. It's also like, apparently there was a recent breakup between two famous celebrities. I don't know which it was, but apparently that discombobulated the reality of some ladies out there because oh no, they were the perfect couple. He was such a good guy, and it's like, yeah, I saw that break. If I know anything about celebrities, then I saw this breakup coming from a mile away. Because like, listen. First of all, it's rarely that any it's rarely that celebrities stay together to begin with, right? That is rarely the case. I've noticed that. Name me a celebrity couple that has known each other since like their 20s. Name that to me. I feel like if I can't even come up with one. And that should tell you something. Which couple? I forgot what it was. I think the guy was a popular NBA player. I could be wrong. I think it was. I just forgot. I forgot who the woman was. Who both of them were. But essentially, everyone thought he was the good guy. But then he cheated on her. And it broke, like, right? It's like, it's just interesting to see how people have hyped that up. And then they realize how wrong they are. Because, surprise! Both those people. No, not Kobe. That was something else. That was someone else. I forgot it.
The fuck does that mean? We're in 2026 right now as I record this. That's 12 years. 12 years of your life wasted right there. By the way, this person has joined Twitter on January 2021. I bet you will never guess how many Twitter posts this person has made since then. 104,000 posts. So I decided to do the mathematics, okay? As of when I saw this, it was 1,892 days that they've had their Twitter account, okay? I decided to divide the number of posts by the amount of days they've been on Twitter, and it turns out they're making 55 posts a day. Let's say they sleep for about 8 hours a day, or at least they're not on their phone. They would have around 16 hours every single day to be on Twitter potentially. So that means that in the time they're awake, on average, they're posting 3.4 tweets an hour. 3.4 tweets an hour for nearly 2,000 days. Maybe this is why you think men and other people are bad people, because you spend your life chronically online. Like, this is the type of tweets they're tweeting, by the way, as well. Watching the interview right now, and it's so funny how a question for one member instantly turns into a group discussion. They're all jumping in, competing over who knows each other best. They're literally incapable of not talking over each other.
Interesting. Oh, it was Megan Thee Stallion that got apparently cheated on as an excuse. It is an accusation, so we have no confirmed stuff. But yeah, a lot of women got a reality check, right? Because she was like, "Oh, that's the first nice guy I've ever had," and I'm like, that tells me the only thing that tells me is that you are shit at picking your men, right? So yeah, that one happened. Apparently, she got cheated on. That's all. Wait, Mark Zuckerberg, his wife, and he studied together. They're still with each other. Though I do agree, you need to think real hard to find a couple like that. Yep. Also, the Zug isn't a celebrity, right? He's a tech guy, right? He's the lizard man and his lizard wife. They don't really fall into that category.
You have a parasocial relationship with K-pop stars that have never met you and will never know you. They are probably scared of people like this. Start obsessing about what you should be doing with your own life instead of focusing so much time and energy into celebrities that do not know/care about you. I'm sure you will be happier and less deluded when that happens. Honestly, I think that as a woman, you have to...
I think um the thing is, like, from what I can tell, I find it a bit silly to obsess, right? If you're like a fan of someone, that's different, right? But if you obsess over somebody, over a celebrity, I think there's just something wrong with you in a way. I think that, like, some of these people have unhealthy levels of obsession. I just never got that. I never understood that. I never even had a celebrity crush, and I never have will. I never will have. It's- Anyways, hi Neeby, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hey, hi. Well, he's still really fucking famous. I say he's a celebrity. There are a lot of tech people. You don't know all of them, do you? I have the book of tech people here. I can read all the names. I'm just kidding. Anyways, yeah. Though still, this isn't necessarily. I think Bezos is also married quite long. Huh. Oh, Bill Gates as well, right? The Gates as well. I'm pretty sure.
hate on men or else you're not a woman. Oh, is that how it works, is it? I think that is just considered being an awful person, not a woman. Hating on others based on them being a different gender to you is not very smart, to be honest. Even Neanderthals understood this concept, but somehow certain people chronically online don't seem to be able to understand it. Most species in the entire world, monkeys, elephants, birds, lions, they all get along, men and women. But for some reason, if you're a chronically online person on Twitter, you don't understand that concept. I'm a D1.
Because they can turn it into profit. They can turn women-hating men into a profit. That's all. They can turn men-hating women into a profit. Sony has a new woke game. Interesting, I'm not surprised. I don't understand what happened to the weather. The rain in May. Interesting. Well, it's supposed to look like rain, but it appears that that won't be happening. So that's interesting today. Huh. Pink Power Ranger was mine. I never had that. I actually never had that. He plays an Indian. Well, that's not necessarily the problem. MC cheats on his wife. Now it's a problem. He then murders his friend to cover it up and gets away with it. Now that is a problem. His wife finds out about him cheating and leaves anyway. Based wife. Now that's a problem, right? It's not a problem if the character's Indian, but the woke stuff is something else, right? He then dies thousands of times in a delusional quest to rescue her and force her forgiveness. The game ends with his wife falling in love with a black lesbian member. The game ends with his wife. He gets told to fuck off and let her be happy. It's called Sorrows though. That is okay. Never mind. Yeah. This sounds like all the characters in this game might be quite unlikable. They might be quite unlikable.
Misandrist. Like, I had a convo with a friend and she was like, I don't know how you hate men. And I said, they're annoying, not attractive to me. I like maybe 3 of them. And she was like, what about the he, him lesbians? And I was like, keyword lesbians, not men. He, him lesbian?
He, him lesbian? How does this even work? Wait. He, him, that's impossible. Men can't be lesbians. Even if some people want to say that a trans woman is supposed to be a lesbian. By the way, if you're a trans woman, you're into women, you're not lesbian. You're heterosexual anyways. Sounds like an NTR game. Everyone gets NTR'd. He gets NTR'd. She gets NTR'd. This is just NTR inception.
Drool emoji. Men bored emoji. I don't even know what I just read, bro. It's so difficult to read these people's sentences. They actually don't know where to place commas. They don't know where to start and finish a sentence. It's honestly really difficult to follow along. If you don't know what she refers to herself as, misandrist, that means she hates men, right? And she hates men because they're annoying and not attractive to her. That's a good reason to hate on men, because you don't find them attractive. So if you're a man, for example, and you don't find other men attractive, you're just an awful person and you hate all men. So we all
Careful. Careful what you say. Careful what you careful what you say. Because that has happened already. That has happened already. Careful. We are really on thin ice where people will straight up say, yeah, if you don't date the same gender, you are homophobic. I'd be very careful what you say here. Don't give them any ideas.
need to be gay now. That's the conclusion I got from this. I don't know what else solution we would have. This is the person saying this, by the way. I forgot that you have to
Nose ring.
hate people if you don't find them attractive. You must have a lot of haters. I don't think this person really liked my tweet because she then privated a whole account. Honestly, I think privating a whole account is better than a block, to be fair. When they private their whole account, they're scared of anyone else seeing any of their tweets anymore. We've seen it, it's too late. I hate when men try to talk to me. I don't like men at all. Okay, see, this is just not a good way to live, is it? Imagine you just going about your day, you have to go to the supermarket, the person serving you is a man. Okay, your total is going to be $6. Don't speak to—
Yeah, it's like, here's the bill. Go fuck yourself. That's what I imagine these people act like. It's just, these people are so mentally ill, it's crazy. It's all trauma being projected on other people. I hate it.
me. I hate you. Do you see the problem? You don't sound very sane. I can see you never had much interaction with your father. I hate straight men so much. What did we do wrong, bro? So liking women is a bad thing? What you're saying is that you don't like that there is people in the world who like women. Wow, rude. See, that's clearly what you're saying, innit? Your problem is men like women. We care about them and stuff. That's not allowed, is it? Wow, that's so rude that you would say something like that. People hate me for demonizing cis men, but I really don't give a fuck, and I'm gonna do it more.
Wait, that's a dude. That's a dude. Well, probably not a dude, but it is using he him. So let's first of all, we have to say this. I'm gonna call it the way it is. Cis is a slur. I'll have it always. I'll say it always, and I will always say it. Cis is a slur. It's used in the same. It's used in the same way. You use slurs. It is used with negative connotation. That's all you need. Oh, and Twitter agrees with me. So at least Grok agrees with me.
Oh. If you don't know what a cis man is, it's just a man, born a man. Straight up, you're a man, and you've always been a man. Now, you might be wondering, why does this person hate cis men? I also don't know, but their pronouns are he, him. So this person must be a person that's changed to a man, and for some reason, hates men for being born men. What the fuck did we do?
It's like ironic. You hate the very thing you want to become. Anyways.
Bro, this is a fight between you and your parents, nothing to do with me. Maybe your dad had to think about men while nutting and then you would have been a man. I don't know how it works, bro. I'm eating pickles with strawberry monster instead of—
Does that mean if I want to have a son first, because I want a boy first so he can protect the girl later? So that means for the first time, I have to think of a boy, like it being a boy, and the second time I have to think of it like that it's gonna be a girl, right? I have an idea, a plan.
Showering right now. This is the type of person that's tweeting this, by the way. Eating pickles with monster. That honestly sounds like the most disgusting combo I've ever heard in my life. Also, I'm not surprised they didn't—
Can probably still not be worse than some of the struggle meals.
Shower. That one didn't surprise me at all, actually. I kept looking at this person's other tweets, by the way, and it really goes to show their extent of their intelligence. The things they get up to on their day-to-day basis. It just shows you how smart they are for tweeting that they hate men and stuff. I miss drawing— See what I mean, bro? They're—
Oh, and a corner dick, too.
brain is so corrupted from pickles and monster combo plus gooning. You're just jealous we were men first, lol. You snooze, you lose. What can I say? Clearly we can see that being chronically online damages your brain. It makes you think everyone is evil. One of the reasons that could be is because you're a bad judge of character. But no, it's everyone else's fault, not yours. That's how the world works. If you're a normal person and think both men and women are necessary for the world to exist, make sure to check out my streams down below because I'm going to be streaming a lot from now on. Like and subscribe or you're...
Anyways, that's the end of the video. And yeah, I do think both are important. Both are very important. I really fucking hate that you need to put your pronouns in this modern social media. I don't even do it. I don't even do it, and if I have to do it, I'll pick out the most goofy shit ever. Like, pancake / cake or something, right? Or like, anything, right? Food combos. I'm not gonna actively participate in that. It's very obvious what I am. I am a man. I don't think people need to try really hard. Because there is just two genders, whether they like it or not. Like, they can live the way they want. If you want to transition, go ahead. Right? You can do what you want. But you can't force me to participate. I won't touch your rights. I won't go against you. But trust me, I won't restrict you in your freedom. But I don't need to participate and want to participate either. It's that simple. Right? Anyways, we saw a lot of mental illness in this one. That's all there is to it. A lot of mental illness.